Directly, welcome to India. You're in India thanks to Sportsbet.io, but I'm going to take all of your time to talk about the Indian Premier League. Big final tomorrow, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Do you have a favorite yet?
Gujarat Titans, first year in the competition. They've played out of their skin. They've got some wonderful players. I think rather than single out individual players, I like the way they've played collectively as a team. I think that they've had, it hasn't always been one player. There's a lot of players that have stood up and actually performed very, very well for the Titans. And then if you look at the Rajasthan Royals, they've got some big match winners in their team as well. I know that every single time that they've won, they've dedicated to the great and the late Shane Warne. So there'll be a lot of that passion come through tomorrow night when we talk about who's going to win. But I've got to go. I have to go the Gujarat Titans.
Brett, what do you think worked for Gujarat Titans this season? We see teams like Mumbai who have such a strong core, right? And Gujarat had like players coming from all different franchises getting together. Is it the fact that, they got to start afresh, with a complete clean slate, and, they all got to be part of building something new that, so possibly helped their campaign this year?
Yeah, you sort of spot on with that question, because when you go to a brand new franchise, there's no history. It's not like, we've got issues with the venue, we've got issues with the owners, we've got issues with the plays and the cliquey little groups, and they've got issues with that. Doesn't happen. This is a brand new franchise, and I think you're right with the players coming from different franchises that have played throughout the IPL, thrown into a brand new franchise, new owners. A new coach, Gary Kirsten and Ashish Nehra. Those two guys collectively have done a very, very good job, and I think everyone's playing with that freedom now. Of there's no baggage brought over. Is probably the best way to explain it.
And of course, the other finalist is Rajasthan Royals, who reached the final last in the first season of the IPL under the late great Shane Warne. Yesterday, in fact, Joss Butler also talked about how Shane was possibly watching from above and watching his team. Brett, I'm sure you must have had many conversations with him about the IPL. What were Shane's feelings about Rajasthan Royals after he left the franchise as a player?
He loved it. I mean, he was a Rajasthan Royal through and through. And the way that he actually in year one took that team and to win it, under his guidance, a coach, a captain, a teammate, a leader, that's the stuff that he's to strive on. So it's only fitting that you would probably hope that the Rajasthan Royals win for that reason. The fact that, we lost a good mate recently, a couple of months ago, and not only did we lose a great cricket mate, but we lost a great cricket brain. And someone like Shane Warne was a wonderful person, a brilliant cricketer, a great cricket brain. So maybe he's watching down from up above and getting his Royals to a win this year. And Joss Butler's on fire. So they are a great chance. They are a big, big chance. I just think with the Titans, though, I think with their new franchise, that they might lift the trophy up tomorrow night.
I don't know if Joss might be the answer, but Brett, who's been your standout player this season?
Well, it's hard to go past Joss Butler. RAHUL, once again, it's another great season. MALIK, the quick, he's got a heap of wickets. He's bowled fast. So they're probably been my three key players. I wanted more from Virat Kohli. I was hoping that he'd get his team, even though he's not captain, but get his team into the opportunity to somehow get into a final and actually win it for the first time. So I'm disappointed for him. I'm disappointed that they didn't get the opportunity. But I also commend and compliment the two teams who have made the final. We've got one new team and then one team that's obviously did it back in the first year.
I can't not have a pace legend sit with me and not ask you about Malik. The whole country is just celebrating the amazing season he's had. He's earned an India call-up as well. What did you make of just his bowling, the effort he's put in this season?
Oh, look, he's been outstanding. He's a young guy that's exciting to watch. Beautiful action. I keep saying that even though they're from different countries, but I look at someone like a Waqar Younis, like a young Waqar Younis running into bowl. I spent last week with Waqar Younis actually, and we mentioned Malik, and yeah, he's obviously super impressed. And, you know, you think about the stuff that he brings to the table. It's raw pace, aggression without being too aggressive. You know, you've got a guy that is ahead of his game with only, you know, a young age. So he will get better. And I want to see him flourish.
Brett, if you were to just, pass on a little tip to Umran, what would the one thing be that you'd ask him to look out for, or, possibly avoid?
Tell him to ring me. I'll tell him in person. I can't tell all my secrets.
Okay.
No, it'll be, honestly, have fun. Have fun. Cricket's a game. I think we always overcomplicate and put a lot of pressure on what is a beautiful game. We all love cricket. Certainly over here in the subcontinent, here in India, and I'm based in Mumbai at the moment. We all love cricket. Let's keep it the way it should be. It's a fun game, but I wish him well.
You played a few IPL seasons in your time. Now that we have a 10-team IPL with Gujarat and Lucknow also coming in, if Brett Lee was playing cricket right now, which franchise do you think you'd, fit perfectly into?
That's like saying which one's your favourite child. You're asking me to pick between Pretty Zinta and Shah Rukh Khan.
Or any of the other eight.
It's a tough question. No, look, I would have to say I really enjoyed my time playing for the Kings 11 or Punjab Kings now. But equally, I loved raising up the trophy when we played under Shah Rukh Khan for KKR. So I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm not going to give you an answer for that one because I don't want to get myself into trouble.
Brett, of course, I know I welcomed you in the beginning of this interview, but how amazing is it to be back in Mumbai? We'd like to believe India is one of your favorite countries.
It is. It's my second home. I've been coming here now for over 25 years. When I flew in this morning on the big jet, came in, and great to see all the people at the airport. It's that busyness that I've missed. Great to see some sort of normality coming back into India. Haven't been here for a year, so it's great to be home.
Thank you so much, Fred.
Good to see you. Thank you.